Jakarta, infamous for its traffic congestion and openly packed neighborhoods, has consistently ranked among the 10 most polluted cities in the world since May. Over the past few weeks, residents of the capital and its satellite cities have bemoaned the worsening air quality as Jakarta has topped IQAir's ranking of the world's most polluted major cities for almost a week since August the 7th. Air pollution is obviously a major health issue and a serious global problem, not only in Indonesia. Statistics reveal that more than 7 million premature deaths worldwide every single year associated with exposure to air pollution. For many years, we knew that exposure to air pollution is responsible for chronic obstructive pulmonary diseases, cancer, and pneumonia. It turns out, however, that it is also responsible for ischemic heart diseases, neurological disorders, stroke, neurological problems, as well as issues in general and reproductive system. Yet, all those illnesses are not the only area of concern, as air pollution also brings forward non-health problems to the nation. Tourism and Creative Economy Minister Sandiaga Uno recently warned that Jakarta's pollution, aside from posing obvious health risks to local residents, could also threaten the success of upcoming sports events to be held in the capital city. Sandiaga cited a recent international marathon held in Greater Jakarta area, whose organizers had complained of the poor air quality as one example of how Jakarta's abysmal pollution is affecting sports tourism. A potential slump in sport tourism is a particular concern for the development sector, particularly Jakarta will soon co-host a World Basketball's premier tournament, the FIBA Basketball Championship, alongside the Philippines and Japan. Jakarta is set to host some of the group stage matches of the basketball tournament at the newly built Indonesia Arena at the Bung Karno Sports Stadium from August the 25th until September 5th. Meanwhile, the Jakarta International Stadium in North Jakarta is also scheduled to host on November the 10th the opening of the much-anticipated FIFA U17 Football World Cup. Sandiaga reminded that should the authorities fail to address Jakarta's pollution in a timely manner, most sports event organizers might start to reconsider holding the events in Jakarta. At the end of the day, the country will have to forget potential state revenue from the organization of such sports tourism events. In response to the worsening air pollution, a cabinet meeting was held on Monday to discuss measures to tackle its impacts. The government is considering a number of short and long-term strategies to address Jakarta's worsening pollution, which the president blamed on the exacerbated impacts of vehicle and industrial emissions caused by the prolonged dry season. Among the proposed strategies is a work-from-home policy for up to half of the city's officials. Acting Jakarta Governor Heru Budi Hartono said that the city would also more tightly monitor environmental building standards and advise owners of cars with engine capacities of 2,400 cubic centimeters or greater to use the higher octane RON 98 fuel. Transportation Minister Budi Karya Sumadi meanwhile said the government is considering a 4-in-1 policy to be implemented in the Greater Jakarta area. This, he said, would encourage motorists to carpool in the commute in order to decrease the number of vehicles clogging the capital's thoroughfares. Other measures that are feasible to do include encouraging people to use public transportation to and from their working places. At the same time, the authorities could encourage public transportation operators to immediately turn to non-fossil fuel-driven modes of public transportation. These are expected to drastically reduce vehicle gas emission that will subsequently reduce the air pollution. Lastly, the authority could take a bold measure to limit the population of personal vehicles. The move will not only reduce vehicle gas emissions due to the reduced number of vehicles in operation, but also limit the number of vehicles on the streets, a condition that will simultaneously significantly reduce traffic congestion in the city. The root causes of air pollution are already identified, and the measures needed to counter its impacts have been prepared. The only thing to do is to execute them.